the one night that I'm not home, this happens. Like, really? Really, this happens now? So I do apologize that this video is going up late, but wow. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on Knicks Central. And the New York Knicks have acquired, I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys know this. This news is like very old at this point by the time this video is going up, but they have acquired Karl-Anthony Towns in exchange for Donte DiVincenzo, Julius Randle, and a first-round pick. I am still sitting here at almost 1 a.m. just stunned. I'm just stunned right now. But we got a lot to get into. Before we do, leave a like on the video if you enjoy it. Subscribe if you guys are new, especially if you're Knicks fans. And turn on your notifications so you know when I upload or go live on the channel. I have a lot of mixed feelings right now. I do. Because I love Donte DiVincenzo. And listen, I know that Randle's a polarizing player amongst his fan base. But I still liked and appreciate Randle for helping the Knicks, you know, turn things around when he did. But I'm sitting here right now, and this is the thought that I had when I saw the trade and when I tweeted about this. So if you're not following me on Twitter, you can. It would be hypocritical of me to sit here and constantly, as a Ranger fan too, if you watch my Rangers content, you know this. But as a Ranger fan, it would be hypocritical to sit here and complain that the Rangers don't shake anything up because they're too attached to their fan favorites and they don't want to let go of fan favorites because they don't want to hurt the feelings of the fans. It would be hypocritical for me to come on here and say I hate this trade because they traded some fan favorites. I like it. I like the trade, and I get that there's concerns about Cat being soft and this and that. But let's not forget too, and again, as much as I like Randle more than others, there are, you know, there are times in the postseason where he hasn't been as effective, and obviously the injuries this year kept him out, and it sucks that we didn't get to see that, and it sucks too because in January, I mean, we saw what this team was fully healthy, and I really thought he was going to be here. I did not think as we were inching closer to the season that they were going to make a significant shakeup. I thought that they were going to just rock with what they have and maybe make a small move and maybe move like a Deuce McBride and a pick to get a center. But it seems like that wasn't going to happen, and it seems like they just went for it, and I could respect that. I respect that entirely, and I respect when a GM is aggressive versus sitting on their hands and being like, you know what? We don't want to try changing things up. We don't want to try something different. And they needed to make this trade because you have the uncertainty with Mitchell Robinson's health. You need someone like Cat running the 5 versus putting Jericho Sims and Precious Achiuwa out there because Mitch isn't going to be healthy enough. You had to make this move. And then what were you going to do? Put Josh Hart at the 5 even at times, or Randle at the 5 and then put Hart at the 4? No, it wasn't going to work. It wasn't going to work. And is this going to work? I don't know. But we're going to find out. We are going to find out. I love the thought, though, of how much the floor opens with this move. I mean, you have a shooting threat all over the damn court now. Because if I had to guess, when healthy, obviously, I mean, the starting 5, assuming Mitch is healthy, I would probably say it's going to be Brunson, Bridges, Anunoby, Cat, Mitch. I think that would be right. Sounds right. Unless am I like just blanking on someone right now? I don't know why I feel like I am, but regardless, I mean, again, and then even without that, you still have Art that could slot in there. You have, and then you have Cat who could play the 5. I like it. And something was going to shake up when Hartenstein left. And something had to shake up with the uncertainty of Mitchell Robinson's health. And we saw them acquiring guards left and right. And it got to a point where we were thinking, all right, and I think every Knicks fan felt this way. At some point, one of these guards is going in a deal to get someone who could play the 5 and be a big for this team. And that someone ended up being Donte DiVincenzo, which listen, I get it, and I share a lot of the same feelings as the Knicks fans that are not happy about this, in the sense that I don't love losing Divincenzo, because it was so freaking cool for a moment to think we were going to have the Nova Knicks together, but and now it's just gone before it even started. But if we're being real here, and if we're being honest here, I love Dante Divincenzo, and again, I am going to miss Dante Divincenzo. I quickly loved his time here, but he did have a career year. He played more minutes than he should have, and we have to remember too that there were times down the stretch where he was not playing good basketball, and in the postseason, there was a lot of ugly from him at times, and it got to a point where, and I'm not saying the entire time for the postseason, I want to make that clear, because he obviously did have games and some clutch moments where he did look himself again, but there were times in the playoffs too where it wasn't pretty. But all I know is that he had a career year last year, and you have Deuce, who took a step forward. You drafted a guard in Kolek. You brought in Payne. You brought in, I don't know why I just forgot who else they brought in. We brought in Payne. And you've brought in so many of these guards left and right during the offseason. And it got to a point where one of these guys had to be out. And again, I don't love that it's Divincenzo. If it were up to me, I would choose. I don't want to lose Deuce either, but I would choose Deuce. But you got to give to get. You have to give to get in this league, and we all hated when they moved Quickly and Barrett because they're fan favorites to get Anunoby. And look at how much that changed the team. Is that going to be a similar effect here? I don't know. I don't know at all, but they want this to be Brunson's team. They want to space out the floor, and I could respect that. And they want a guy who could play better at the 5 than Julius Randle realistically would have gave. And again, I could respect the idea of Leon Rose being aggressive, and you had to shake things up. You had to, and again, it sucks to lose fan favorites. It always does, but this is what it has to be. And I don't hate this move. I do think that, again, I understand the questions of Cat being soft, but I also look at it as I'm not overly concerned, and maybe a change of scenery will help. Maybe it will change things for him, and maybe playing under Tibbs again will get him going a bit. Well, I don't know, but I'm just, again, trying to look at it from an optimistic standpoint here. But averaged about 22 points last year. He shot about 42% from downtown. Had a field goal percentage of 50%. The guy could still shoot. I mean, he shot more efficiently than Julius Randle last year, and shot the 3 better, more efficiently than Julius as well. I don't know. Again, I don't know. It's so tough because I just feel so many mixed feelings. Like, it feels like the Quickly Barrett thing all over again, where it feels confusing. Like, I don't know how to feel. It feels awkward because of the attachment we have to these players. But again, you got to give to get, and I could respect them being aggressive here, Leon Rose, that is, and this is just what it is. I'm very curious, though, to see how this is going to be. Like, opening night is going to be electric. And when we get the first preview of how this is going to roll and how this is going to operate as a unit against the Boston Celtics, I love that. I love that it is going to be right off the rip, getting an idea of how this is going to go and how this is going to play out. But we'll see how it works out. I just, again, I'm still surprised that this happened. It caught me off guard considering, like, camp is pretty much getting underway here. We're about to hit preseason, and we're really about to get into the thick of things here. And I am just so freaking pumped up. And trades like this just get me even more excited. And I'm already excited to watch Bridges go out there and do his thing. I'm already excited to watch Anunoby, hopefully for playing more games and just for a full season in general, go out there and do his thing. exciting time. It's an exciting time. Whether you love the trade or hate it, I'm still excited to see how things go. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Don't forget to leave a like if you haven't already. Don't forget to subscribe. Turn on your notifications so you know when I put or go live next. And I'll see you guys in the next one.